Coming up tonight, Fiji to open new embassies by 2012, new production plant at Vatukoula Gold Mine, and volunteer services to begin by early next year. Good evening, you're watching Fiji Today News. First up, the Prime Minister, Commodore Ben Rama, was this week elected as the Vice Chairman of the International Sugar Council. Commodore Ben Rama, who is also the Minister for the Sugar Portfolio, is currently in London to attend sugar talks and met with Tate & Lyle officials. The Prime Minister was unanimously elected yesterday after nominations were received from both Brazil and India.
At the conclusion of the International Sugar Organization 20th International Seminar and the International Sugar Council meet in London, the Prime Minister Commodore Bainimarama was unanimously elected as Vice Chairman to the Sugar Council. Nothing of political and unionist maneuvering that causing detriment to the sugar industry, the Prime Minister reaffirmed government's commitment to instituting measures of accountability and transparency to ensure increased production through sustainable solutions. The International Sugar Organization is a unique intergovernmental body committed to improving conditions in the global sugar market through, as defined on their site, debate, analysis, special studies, transparent statistics, seminars, conferences and workshops. Prime Minister also met with senior executives at Tate & Lyle Limited. Furthermore, Tate & Lyle Sugar's International Operations Senior Vice President Simon Gibsons has committed to work with FSC to draft a new technical support program for the 2012 crop year. This will accompany the long-term commercial contract between the two businesses. Meanwhile, yesterday's elections also India elected as chairman of the Sugar Council.
Fiji will continue to expand its international relations after the announcement of 2 new missions in the Arab Gulf and in Asia by 2012. The move is designed to foster trade and investment opportunities and at the same time commit Fiji towards enhancing international cooperation.
To enhance its bilateral relations through the Look North policy, the Fijian government has confirmed that another 2 embassies will be open next year. The embassies would be open in the United Arab Emirates and South Korea. Government has seen fit to increase Fiji's number of missions following the successful opening of the 3 new missions this year in Brazil, Indonesia and South Africa. Government says that Fiji has been proactive in engaging with the greater Asian, African and South American regions, thus boosting ties with our multilateral and regional partners. The opening of the 2 new missions in 2012 is expected to foster trade and investment opportunities with these countries. Meanwhile, the opening of the mission in UAE will not only mean closer engagement with countries within the Asian continent, but also bring closer cooperation with countries in the non-aligned movement group. Member countries from the non-aligned movement represented 2/3 of the United Nations membership and 55% of the world population.
A new production plant is expected to be constructed at the Vatukoula Gold Mine. This was revealed after a meeting this week between the Prime Minister Commodore Ben Rama, the CEO of Vatukoula Gold Mines, David Paxton, and the Finance Director of the Gold Mines, Kiran Kaldas Mozaria. The project is expected to cost 160 million Fijian dollars and will provide for Vatukoula Mine, Rarawai Sugar Mill in Ba, and the surrounding communities.
During the meeting, the Prime Minister and the 2 Vatukoula Gold Mine executives discussed expansion plans of the mine, particularly the need for enough electricity to power a production plant to support the gold mine. The construction of a new plant will provide balance to the production costs, which largely are attributed to the gold mine electricity usage. The Fiji Sugar Corporation will partner with the Vatukoula Gold Mine in the establishment of the production plant. FSC Chairman Abdul Shah says this will benefit FSC in terms of reducing electricity costs and providing a use for cane crushing waste. To develop government's Look North policy, Commodore Bainimarama also addressed the mine's social community program, noting the need to ensure healthy living conditions for the workers at Vatukoula. Mine representatives provided assurance that those leading this development are in the process of improving housing for workers at Vatukoula and will invite government officials back to survey the mine in the near future.
Volunteering does make a difference in our society. This after a woman living in Vatuanga was recognized this week for her work in trying to educate little tots in the surrounding area of Vatuanga through her own will and initiative.
Meet Litia Aliti, a Rutuman lady living along Lemeke Street in Vatuanga. She's been here for the past 10 years and knows every aspect of life for those living in the area. Only wanting to make a difference, Aliti decided based on her own capabilities that she could make a difference. She decided on establishing her own kindergarten for children living in the area.
It started that one day I saw a group of young children diving into my flooded drain in front of my house. And this was during school hours, so after I made a few calls and inquiries, I discovered and I learned that there were a lot of children, preschool age, who were still at home and not in any ECE centers or preschools.
5 months ago, Aliti opened up her center called the Little Champion Play Center, taking the best of early education to the children of Wailea and Moanivatu settlement. Aliti says that she's targeting children who have been abandoned by their parents and raised by grandparents, children raised by single mothers, employed or unemployed, and those living with disabilities. Aliti stressed the importance of investing in the education and the welfare of children around the country.
Children are assets, and like we always say, they're the leaders of tomorrow. The best thing that we invest in is education into the lives of these children. We can change their future.
More than 64 children attend Little Champion Play Center and 34 are already ready to go to Class 1 next year.
We'll take a break now, but coming up, 2 students graduate from Malaysia.